What makes you think I won't got you? We are the new Illuminati. The nasty people in the altcoin sector and Bitcoin holders alike rejoice as we have a crypto strategic reserve announcement. We also have a special announcement coming tonight in just a few hours from Trump that I think I actually know exactly what he's going to be announcing to the American public. Everything is going according to plan. My man Isaac on the sticks. How are you doing, good
sir? So I am doing great. You know, I'm on edge this week because I'm waiting for this AR to come in. I've been stalking that thing like a crazy person. I'm just waiting.
We arm them, god darn it, down here in the basement. That's what we do. Welcome all to the show. We got some great alpha to be dropping on your heads today. I'm super exciting. Times we're in right now. When's sweater? What sweater?
I don't know.
Oh God, I got to get a sweater. I got to get a couple sweaters to catch them all. Catch them all. That's what I need to do. You got to remind me to do that. Oh God, what did I just do? We got to do that. Absolutely, though. Make sure you're following me, though, you guys. We did some major spaces, breaking news spaces about the Trump executive order this weekend. Me and Kelly held down a space. How many listeners do you think came in to listen to me and Kelly yap about what's happening on the world?
I believe it was at least 500,000.
It was right around 500,000 people.
Oh, look at that. It's almost like I was listening to it.
Dude, you sicko. You were in the crowd?
I was in the crowd.
All right. Right on. Corey, what's up? Aren't you all mafia leaders? No, we're mafiosos, bro. Come on.
Exactly. We're leading the revolution, I say.
Laserface, Fat Oracle, Wispy, Nick Dunn, ban this mother sucker. Oh,
who
the hell
am I
He's gonna get it right now.
Who am I banning? Nick Dunn?
Yeah.
Who am I banning Nick Dunn?
He's coming out of the woodwork.
Just because you are such a kind...
You are banned! Wrong. Yeah, so this is some fun times. I also saw, I think it was Deadwood. Where's Deadwood? Yeah, here's Deadwood. Good morning, world. Hope y'all are doing well as it can be expected. See you in the BLB basement, black liquor basement. Right on. It's time for the knowledge to flow. Shout out to you, Deadwood.
Nice.
Do we go onto this website? I'm kind of raw dogging Twitter now. Passionate retailer of alternative apparel. I thought it was liquor sales.
Oh, man.
You know, I was sponsored by a whiskey company in my heavy metal days. That was a good time. I had a really good time. All right, so we're going to get into it. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of ground to cover. Shout out to everyone, members. Nicole Minist Tater, my commie uncle has turned me into a female version of Drew. Shout out to that. Laugh my ass off. Much love, fam. Much love back to you. Yeah, this is going to be great. And you know what? If you're out there, you see each other's posts, share each other's posts, boys and girls, right? We're here to lift each other up, right? This is what it's all about. We're growing like crazy. I'm almost to 7,000 followers on Twitter, so that's going good.
Yes, awesome.
And then YouTube, 75K. Hell yeah. This is great. Absolutely love it. We also need to change this thing out badly.
Yes, we do. We talk about it like every day, and we never do it. So
I mean, we get close.
We get close, and then we just don't.
But we got to say Mondays we go sooner. That's what it is lately. All right, let's check out the crypto markets here. The cryptocurrencies, the internet, funny money. You know, the greatest psyop that meme coins did for people is convince the people from the outside looking in that crypto's just about number go up and then down violently.
Yeah.
It is not just about like cryptographic communication, securing of data systems, and cryptography is where this all kind of stems from. And then the cryptocurrency, the transfer of value from one point to the next in a cryptographic manner. This is the stemming of cryptocurrency. It's much more than just meme coins. That's the greatest psyop that meme coins ever did. Now what do we got? We got Bitcoin at 90,000, flat Ethereum. Got a lot of work to do still. A lot of work to do. 2,279. XRP had a moment. It tried to hit $3 again.
It did try to do that yesterday. It was real close.
Yeah, it did. Now it is down 9.8%, 9.9% to 250. Solana, Jololana. Let's see here. 158. It hasn't given up this entire move. Not yet. But, man, it started the move at about $140. It's at $158. Trying to give up a little bit more than the others, which is weird because it was definitely listed in that realm. Cardano is the one that seems to be holding up the best. It is just under $1 right now, 96 cents. But in this show, we're going to be talking about what coins I think are most likely to be added next to this crypto strategic reserve. A lot of people think, oh, this is so stupid. How could he lean into American-focused crypto companies? How could he? Unbelievable. What do you think he's doing? He is bringing AI infrastructure back to the United States, and he is fostering development with the biggest crypto projects out there that have the closest connection to the United States. It's pretty simple. Don't try to overcomplicate these things. Now, I do have a complicated subject in terms of the relationship between the United States, Russia, and China there within, and the love triangle. With a little bit of hate sprinkled in.
See the thumbnail? I had Xi Jinping and Donald Trump fighting it out.
Dude,
samurai out.
We got some alpha. Some worldly alpha for you. That's what I bring to you. And it kind of trips me out when I get to talking about it with people that are like, just certified in finances and stuff like that. And bring up some things I think are obvious, but it needs a little bit more attention, I think. Now, where's Bitcoin at? What are we at? We're at 90,000 flat. Is kind of crazy. We hit our head right against this stupid trend line I have. So that's crazy. Yeah, we got to see this thing flip this trend line, in my opinion. We do have a CME gap Josh was talking about. That's probably going to get filled. Pretty biggie. But man, what a fun time. We rose at the peak of it, we jumped by 21.5% from that real local bottom there at $78,100. And I did catch a little bit of a move. I'd like 91x'd a little bit of this move. I should have left that in, Isaac.
You should have. Dude, I just looked at one of these comments. David Middleton he's up 800% on a Solana short. Got in at 170, bro. That's nuts.
Damn, David, savage, man. Up 250% on Aero short 50x. He's sending it, bro. Dude, shout out to you, man.
Based.
Risking it for the biscuit. TJ never not been free. What is someone asking if TJ's not free?
They said free TJ, big boy on fire lately.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Oh no, dude. The amount of and look at this. This is the mug. Do you got to zoom in on this mug? See, this is I'm rocking the mug, the shirt, the Druth potentially dangerous mug and shirt, folks. You can pick yours up at Hit Merch and cause Isaac to lose his mind.
Please don't buy anything off the merch website. I will lose my mind.
I got to remember to get those sweaters out, though. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance real quick. Nothing too scary here. I really don't want to see this extend above and beyond the 62.1% Bitcoin dominance level. But as it sits right now, I can see some chunking downwards and then a giving up, making our altcoin bags run. How is the portfolio doing, though? The picks. How are the picks doing so far? Biggest one? Pi. Constellation DAG above 5 cents. That's great. Ondo above $1.11 right now. Super. Chainlink 16.25. Avalanche, but everything's kind of getting a little bit of a haircut off of that. We kind of got that altcoin mini season hangover right now, which is fine. I feel really good after the amount of buying that I did the last week or two when we had that dip. That felt good. And if you weren't listening to me, I was telling you guys, before our eyes, got to get some more of that. The chickens are producing a crazy amount of eggs now. So I'm back at essentially full production. And I actually want to get some more eggs. Case dropped against Richard Hart. I saw that. The SEC dropped damn near everything. I think they still...
for the Kraken one.
Well, the Kraken one just...
that was new today.
I think it got announced. The Kraken got dropped. Yeah. But also, I don't think that they fully killed the XRP case.
No,
so
it's still gone.
That's kind of interesting, right? Like, that one's the furthest along in terms of like, oh, we fucked up. It's not really... So that's interesting to watch. Now, here's Matthew Hyland's assessment of Bitcoin. Weekly successfully holding support. Spring now fully in play. He's highlighting this spring pattern looks very, very similar to what we had at the front end of 2023. Super times right here. This is a little banking collapse right there, March 15th, whatever. Bank term funding program, bunch of fake loans. And, I've already talked ad nauseum about why quantitative easing is damn near guaranteed to fix what, was basically pushed over the edge on March 15th. If you don't know, now you know. Then also a spring pattern developed at the front end of 2024. Boy, howdy, we're at the front end of 2025 and we have the same damn structure. Woo, holy shit. It's almost like history repeats / rhymes. Why did we stop streaming on Rumble? Because no one was coming to the Rumble shows.
Dude, we had 0 viewers on Rumble and 0 growth. And yeah.
I mean, I want to. We're on X and YouTube as of right now, right? Isaac?
Correct. We are.
I mean, I might open up to get us out to like TikTok and Instagram and maybe add Rumble in there.
Avalanche.
If we did it through StreamYard, we could just send it everywhere.
We could.
And we're going to need to figure something out because we're going to be streaming to the Arena, the Avalanche social fight place soon. So maybe I'll go back into there. But God, I mean, it's just like, it's really weird on Rumble. And honestly, like I was on Veteran Crypto Show last night. Dude, they need to fix their app because that thing kicked me out probably every 30 seconds. And I'd have to go back into the app, unmute the mic, show the video. It's just a chaos. Here's something crazy, extra chaos. Peter Schiff, he gets the rationale of a Bitcoin reserve. He doesn't agree with it, but I get it. We have a gold reserve Bitcoin. It's digital gold. Peter Schiff admitting Bitcoin is digital gold. Right there, folks. You see it, which is better than an analog gold. So let's create a Bitcoin reserve too. But what's the rationale for an XRP reserve? Why the hell would we need that? And again,
good question. Great question.
Well, XRP is one of the biggest. It is the biggest American-focused and American-based cryptocurrencies out there. That's why. He just went down the list of like the biggest. But there's also, we have the list kind of inside baseball from David Sachs on why these things are being chosen in the rank of which they're chosen, but also I'll give you a little bit of extra alpha on how far down the cryptocurrency market cap list we can assume to be looking at for, you know, these other tokens to be chosen. This is not the end. Like, this is America focusing in on AI and cryptocurrency and the companies there within and looking to become the dominant force of it. And you know what? The losers, the angry people about it, they're the ones that are trying to fade America. Like, America, you're on your way out. It's over. Give up. China is going to take over everything. And you're going to be sorely disappointed. We have fight left in us, ye losers out there. Now, Fidelity just bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin right before we went live. This got posted from Arc of Intelligence 14 minutes ago. Alert! This is kind of interesting to see because Fidelity was kind of skittish about buying.
Yeah.
Now to see a big hammer buy come out of Fidelity as well. Looks like the institutionals are waking back up. Great. Also, let the nation state games begin. This is David Bailey highlighting. I'm sure TJ talked about this, but this is now a technological arms race between China, America, and Russia on who is going to be the King Kugla in terms of holding the most amount of Bitcoin into the future, because that's what it is. This is a snuggle for the most Bitcoin in their wallets. Did I just say that?
You just said struggle, snuggle.
All right. Let it be known.
Let it be known.
Swiss National Bank President Martin Schlegel dismissed the central bank for holding Bitcoin, arguing that it is software, and we know software can have bugs and other weak points. The Swiss National Bank, you know, this is, they got a lot of kind of not extraterrestrial interest of countries laundering their money through their organization.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of major money makers that funnel their money into the national bank. They are probably pretty upset about the idea of Bitcoin usurping that ability. So you're going to see a little bit of extra pushback from it. It's no big deal. I want to say struggle, snuggle again. Speaking of struggle, snuggle, a popular streamer. Oh, wow. What happened there? Amaranth became a victim of a home invasion. She posted a screenshot of $20 million in a Bitcoin wallet. She successfully defended herself by shooting one of the attackers. Let's learn a little bit more here. Streamer Amaranth covered in blood after shooting a man in a home invasion burglary. Real name Caitlin Siragusa says she was pulled out of bed, pistol whipped, and told to log into her phone by armed raiders demanding Bitcoin from an adult content creator. I told you there's a struggle snuggle involved.
There was a struggle snuggle. They're poon everywhere.
Called it, man. Amaranth, real name, yada, yada, yada. Houston-based streamer claimed to have shot one of the criminals in a series of chaotic posts on X, formerly known as Twitter. Cosplay streamer turned adult content creator wrote, "I'm being robbed at gunpoint. I believe I shot one of them. They wanted crypto is what they were yelling at me. They pulled me out of bed. Here she is." Probably on the stream account.
Papa
Isaac,
Guth
calm down.
I'm calm.
Calm down, Isaac.
I'm calm and collected, okay?
Right.
Unless Coincheck is here.
Yeah.
Papa Guth is all over this, though.
Oh, where's the OnlyFans? I'm covered in blood, but the only some of it's mine. I'll update y'all later. I'm safe now. I was at gunpoint. They have me on my phone and said log in with a gun to my head. And I tweeted because calling you would be a death sentence. So pretty crazy. She believes she shot one of them. She's covered in blood of some of her own and some of the other guys. This was a home invasion. SWAT's there now. But something interesting I just wanted to note is this is kind of crazy. So she showed her crypto online, Bitcoin wallet, and then some Ethereum, right? 75,000 in Ethereum, 20 million in Bitcoin. Said she was shaken after a fan began following her and insisted on meeting her at a park notorious for a double murder. On October 16th last year, she posted a series of messages on X, stop saying previously known as Twitter, revealing that some of her team had noticed someone photographing her home, right? Nice. Situational awareness matters quite a bit. And also not advertising how much crypto you have matters quite a bit. And also, you cannot responsibly hold cryptocurrency without a firearm as well on you at all times, folks, with one in the chamber, might I add, just in case, right? Just in case. Because there's all kinds of threats that I even get, not even just for being in crypto, because idiots are out there with conspiracy theories about you. They make up all this bullshit in their mind. They crash out on methamphetamine, and then all of a sudden, crazy shit happens, right? So you cannot responsibly own cryptocurrency without a firearm. Let it be known. Let it be known. Shout out to her, though. Good job taking one of them out. Amaranth went to the Caleb Hammer show and completely went through her finances, and the money she is making, she put it out there. Here it is. She put more than that out there, it looks like. She runs a adult content web creator. So, global M2 money supply versus Bitcoin 72-day offset. This is an important note. 72 days is the amount of time separation that the M2 money supply is showing in terms of its comparison to Bitcoin's price. M2 has pushed forward by 72 days. Blast off date looks to be April 1st in comparison of these timeframes being set up right now. As you can see, the yellow is the M2 money supply, sending it on up to the upside. Bitcoin with its little crash for ants, a momentary setback, should I say. You know what? Oh, we got another one.
We did get another one. Yeah, that was a momentary setback for Jose.
Damn it. Jose, shout out to you. Jose,
Cholo, you're part of the revolution. I see.
All right. Holy shit. The Atlanta Fed is now projecting that Q1 GDP will be at negative 1.5%, a contraction. Last week, it was plus 2.3%. 4 weeks ago, it was plus 3.9%. What's happening here? Well, here's the story, folks. This is the fun of the chaos that we're in. So, the GDP of the United States, a large portion of it, in fact, 53% of it, is made up of both healthcare industry and federal workers industry. Now that we see Elon Musk gutting the federal workers industry and Make America Healthy Again's movement of Robert F. Kennedy, gutting the medical industrial complex, shit's about to get real weird for the Federal Reserve. They're going to have to print their way out of it on top of the commercial real estate and single family crisis that's going on right now. There are so many reasons to print. Are you going to ban someone else? Is that what you're ready to do?
I'm about to ban someone else.
Oh
Papa Booth said, I wish I could sell pics of my beehole for dry powder.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
That is pretty fair, but it's also bannable.
Okay.
You are banned!
Fair enough, Papa Booth. Fair enough. Shout out to Kelly Kellum. I guess that's what happens when you get the ridiculous exponential government staff. Exactly, right? Now you have a contraction in GDP because we are built on a house of cards and federal workers, and they're all getting canned. So you're going to have to figure out another way to scam and cook the books, guys. It's going to be great. Now here, China is holding closed-door meetings on strategic Bitcoin reserves. A Trump advisor, David Bailey, the pivot of a century. Looks like Xi Jinping caught the memo of Trump's announcement of a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, and Solana strategic Bitcoin and crypto reserve. Over the weekend, it looks like things are going to be heating up. This is the technological arms race that I was born for. We are positioned so far ahead of the rest of the world here in the basement. It makes me erect. Thinking about the amount of money we're about to make in crypto, all we have to do is stay based, focused, in our lane, moisturized, and just like Fade Trapify, just the beehole, okay? Just the beehole. Now, President Trump is also going to make an investment announcement today. Pretty big news, and I think we figured out what it is. Here it is. Rapid Response 47, a great account to follow for kind of the inside scoop on stuff coming out for Trump. Chip maker Taiwan Semiconductor expected to announce a $100 billion investment into the United States. I think it was DCA and Prey that was in the chat on DC talking about he's in the chip industry. And I think Taiwan Semiconductor moving more of their investments into the United States for our infrastructure build out is just another nod to the new digital age. Was it the New Deal that I've been talking about? Trillions of dollars will be printed over the next few years here, dumped into AI and dumped into data centers and to nuclear power plants. Okay, this is where I keep emphasizing this. People in the construction industry that are into structural concrete, into tilt-up type construction projects, if you're in it, if you IYKYK, if you guys are listening and you know tilt-up, you know what I'm talking about. This industry is going to make money hand over fist. Over the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be massive amounts of infrastructure built, and your skills in structural concrete are going to be extremely sought after. So congratulations. If you're in crypto and that industry, you are about to print over the next decade here. So good on that. Good on Taiwan Semiconductor for realizing the real, making a lean into your homies, here in the United States. Now we have all this movement. Okay, so I got to kind of talk about this and preface it. So on Friday, I think it was Thursday and Friday, we saw Zelensky basically get spanked in front of the world, God, and country by Trump and Mr. J.D. Vance, okay? Right. Respect the name, Trump. You come into the White House not wearing a suit, acting like our daughters and sons are going to have to die for your stupid-ass war. Sent him just crying, right? He goes out, he runs out of the White House all scared. Little bitch. Now we have Zelensky supporters in an outcry calling for major changes. Let's have a listen to the sentiment of the liberals of the United States right now. Oh, God, what was that?
You scammed us.
I did. What is that? Where is this? Okay, here it is.
I felt so bad for that man. The president of Ukraine is fighting for his country. He is there because he wants to help the people dying in his country that were motherfuckers.
They are big mad. And there's a reason why they're big mad.
Everybody spam USA in the chat.
That's right. Yeah, Ninja Force said it best. USA! USA! We don't need to go sending our kids across the seas to die for a war that we literally have nothing to do with. Okay. And then if Zelensky doesn't want to give us the resources to make up for all the fucking material that we've given to Ukraine to keep this idiotic war going under Biden's regime, you're damn right you're going to find out. And there is something crazy happening on Russia and United States relationships because of this. Here's the moment that Zelensky literally threatens the United States. Let's have a listen.
We will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
That.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. This is the energy we need. Don't you tell me what I'm going to feel. You little sucker. You 5-foot sawed-off prick. Jesus Christ. So get out of the White House. That happened. The deal's off, right? And then Zelensky goes over to the UK and sets up with Minister Starmer talking about Zelensky has full backing across the United Kingdom. This is so idiotic because Britain, the UK, and really European economies are already on the fritz, and they think that they're going to be the ones to step in and start funding this. You got another thing coming, not to mention the kinetic connection that you have to Russia. Like, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Let's have a listen to Mr. Zelensky talking to the UK Prime Minister.
Here's on the street outside, you have full backing across the United Kingdom. And
look, he's like, oh, thank you.
Yay, as long as it may take.
You are so idiotic. Like, Starmer, he not only is he going to lose the election, but he literally is running the risk of watching Britain be hit by Russia. Like, no, but the only country in the world that could stand up to Russia that's not on their side currently, being China, is the United States. And the U.S. is and it would take China and Russia to really give the United States a hardcore go, right? So if you see any sort of shakeup between the relationship of China and Russia through now America being like, what's up, boo? Russia, you ain't that bad. We don't need to fight. Why are we fighting? Right. Why don't we work out a deal? And work out a deal is what it looks like is happening. Putin has offered rare minerals deal to the United States, says that Russia has significantly larger rare earth reserves than Ukraine. He's buttering up Trump for a deal right now. I think Trump's actually a hell of a businessman. We might actually see this deal cut. We also see other things happening. Moscow asking for direct flights to resume between Russia and the United States, all while this is happening. So, okay, Zelensky doesn't want to give us the materials. Russia's got a bigger stockpile of it.
You go to Russia.
Right?
Exactly.
Trump's a businessman, bro. And if you turn down his business deal and we get a better offer from your literal competitor, and we can also instill the insurance that we're not going to see a conflict, because the nasty, nasty World War III is America versus Russia and China.
Yeah.
That's the bad, bad one. You know what? I don't think that we should be funding NATO. I don't think that we should be funding this war. I don't think that we have really any need to get involved. If you're in the UK, you should probably talk to your elected leaders about stopping this from happening. Nobody wants to send our kids into this meat grinder, right? Like, why would you want to do that? It's ridiculous. Now, President Trump rehearsing his State of the Union address just dropped. Let's have a listen. I'm here for it, baby. That's what's happening now. Eric Trump, the family members, all digging into crypto. Eric Trump with this: I love the genius of announcing a strategic reserve on Sunday when the traditional markets are closed and Wall Street sleeps. For the first time, real investors win. Eric, a little bit of a degen these days. You know what I mean? A little bit of a degen. Not surprised by the biggest question on World Liberty Fi and the Trump's involvements is really, the when ETH pump, right?
Yeah.
This is an interesting set. Mongolians fought Russia. Yeah, that was a while ago, though. Now, really, it's the U.S., Russia, and China. That's it. That's the biggest threats that can oppose each other. And yes, you have smaller countries and stuff like that that will fight with all their heart, right? For sure. Not going to make much of a dent. Now, this is Andrew A.B. Abacus talking about these Bitcoin reserves. Easiest path is politically Bitcoin. Any and all crypto that isn't Bitcoin will require congressional approval. Josh hit it on the nail. Yeah. Scott Bessent in the Treasury, man. This is the age where we're seeing a little bit of a break from those ties that Congress had with the Fed, and then Treasury's willingness to work with that, because these are different organizations we have to keep in mind. So the Treasury, separate from the Fed, and then you have congressional involvement, right? And Congress has already given the Treasury the go-ahead to do as they may. The Federal Reserve, Congress really can't do shit about the Federal Reserve unless they want to stop it or just let it keep going. They can't audit the Federal Reserve. So there is that. And honestly, I'm not worried. Like, the biggest worry about this is XRP's inflation rate. I would hope that they act a little bit more reasonable about the inflation rate for XRP. It's going to be interesting. Like, I was talking to some people. They're like, hey, shout out to Drew for talking everyone out of XRP when he was like $1 or something like that. I'm like, okay, do you think it's going to hit $10? Do you think that XRP is going to hit $1 trillion market cap and then I fucked up and getting into other projects? Is that really? If you can answer yes, then you can consider me in the wrong. But you must ask yourself that question. Is it going to hit $1 trillion? Ask yourself that question, honestly. Now, we have Donald Trump crypto czar David Sachs confirms he did sell all his cryptocurrency before the start of the administration. David Sachs is out, but he's still pumping our bags. A little bit of he's probably got some investments like on the outside in the fritz of crypto industries in general. But he had to kind of separate himself. But there is something behind him, an investor in Bitwise Fund. And the top 5 holdings are the exact projects that were listed initially in the crypto reserve announcement. And now this fund, it also includes your favorite, Chainlink. Let's have a listen. Or actually just a view of this. So Bitwise, this is their year of investment, investor David Sachs. And you have kind of the first 5 listed here. Get my face out of the way so they can see this. So it's got Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. What's the next page? A little bit further down. What do we got? We got Litecoin off the top ropes. We got Chainlink. We got Sui. And we got Avalanche. And we got Polkadot. So, wow. I guess the most surprising one on here is Polkadot.
Yeah, dude. It's like nobody talks about Polkadot.
We talked about, I mean, because it's
barely.
We had a partnership with them, and I felt fine with it because it's an interoperability move that they made. I wasn't down with it if the focus was still on the I think there's like the Parachain network. That thing sucked. Like, it ran really good price wise.
Yeah.
The last cycle, Polkadot ran really good because it was a new project launching into a bullish environment. Now they have like this move towards interoperability. Gavin Wood, I think it's Wood. Is it Woods?
I believe it's Woods, yeah.
He's actually in the trenches building. So he's trying. I can see that the focus is there. The building out is there. And interoperability is a pretty important piece. But out of these tokens, let me know in the chat which ones will be the next to be announced in this Bitcoin reserve, Bitcoin and crypto reserve. Litecoin, Chainlink, Sui, Avalanche, Polkadot. Another project deeper down the market cap list comes to my mind when it comes to being added to the crypto reserves. Yeah. Dot turned my brother gay. I made him sell. Wow. Jesus. Papa Guth. Based. Okay. Very based. Now, let's see here. So this is crazy. This is kind of some inside baseball here. Chris Barrett with Chainlink. Okay. Building Chainlink since day one. Good morning, Chainlink fam. He's posting this picture in front of some pretty recognizable flag setups here.
That might be inside the White House, Drew.
Now, the next one, look at this. This week, walked the historic tunnels under the Capitol between meetings where generations of lawmakers have shaped policy. Sitting down with key figures, it became clear that the change is happening and momentum is undeniable. While everyone is celebrating all of these things that are great, honestly, for our bags, with XRP, Solana, Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink and the builders of Chainlink are literally inside of the White House as we speak, laying out the groundwork for the next facet of finance. It's right in front of our face. It's about us having the balls to hold these bags through the chaos, right? Everyone was hitting me up like, oh, Chainlink's going to go back down to $5, Drew. Aren't you sad you have that asset? I was like, no, I'm not sad. I am really not sad at all. Like, this is right in front of our face. It's up to us to see it, to acknowledge it, and to have the balls to hold it into the actual moments. Now we have Rendoshi Tokamoto. I think this guy, I'm getting followed by a lot of really big accounts lately.
Yeah.
Half the Vape Cabal follows me. More USA-made coins will be announced at the White House Crypto Summit this week. Likely candidates in his mind, Render, not a bad highlight. Not a bad highlight. Render's got some Apple connections there. Ondo. I feel pretty damn strongly that Ondo's going to be involved in this. I feel very sorry. And there's a reason why that we're going to be talking about it here in just a sec. Held by Liberty Finance, Trump Jr. was also at the Ondo Summit. Great additional points. And Sui, made in the USA, hot upcoming blockchain. Not a bad thought as well. Let's dig in, though. Not telling. This is absolutely crazy. So we look at this. This is from Ondo. U.S. government approves partnership with Ondo Foundation for tokenized financial assets. Obviously, we have the big player BlackRock behind this big move. But then this is the focus. The U.S. Treasury, alongside its private sector partners like Ondo, will oversee the rollout of tokenized assets and related frameworks to modernize the nation's financial infrastructure and strengthen its position as a leader in global financial technology. I would be pretty damn surprised if Ondo is not included on this. Really, it's such a small market cap, even in comparison to like Cardano. Mm-hmm. What is the market cap on Ondo right now, Isaac?
The market cap on Ondo?
Yeah, should we just look at it on this, or do you have it up?
No, I don't have it up.
Let's pull it up on here. Yeah. So the market cap's at $3 billion. Look, 3.4 billion.
Yeah,
the TVL is still pull over your TVL graph.
I don't think I have it on here.
All right,
I'll have to fix it over here. But dude, no, people are saying it's overhyped. That Ondo's overhyped.
Well,
I mean,
this is disbelief.
Look at the TVL versus the price, and then tell me it's overhyped. No, it's undervalued.
Do you have to be compassionate for the disbelief portion that people are going through right now?
That's true.
You know what I mean? I have less compassion for like schizophrenic episodes.
I do too. Yeah.
But disbelief, I got all the compassion in the world for it. Now, this is Ondo, TVL, and then you just overlay it to price. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I actually would not be surprised if Ondo, Chainlink are added into this in the next phase of this White House event for the Crypto Summit happening on March 7th. I'm definitely going to have to live stream this.
100%.
And also another important speech is coming out tomorrow. I think is a State of the Union address.
That is true.
And how crazy would it be if Trump's like, we're stopping all involvement with the Ukraine-Russia war, and we're hooking up with Russia to buy those rare minerals at a deal.
Erect.
Like, that would be, imagine how pissed off liberals would get, dude.
And
Could
I
you
wonder
imagine?
what rabbit hole Zelensky's going to go down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's gonna
The
be nuts.
Russia hoax.
Yeah.
Imagine how far that conversation is going to go.
Dude.
When they see it. And it's so crazy when people are like, no, we have to keep this conflict growing and build towards World War III with the 3 largest world superpowers. It's so crazy.
That's
Now,
a smart thing to do.
this is a blockchain superpower in the background. Base just killed Solana. Just kidding. But something big is coming to Base. Base dropped the mic with the flash blocks. 200 millisecond block times coming in Q2, straight up 2 times faster than Solana. L3 app chain scaling solution about to deliver 10x capacity. Bridge fees locked at $1. Platform is eating 83% of rollup fees. Numbers that matter. The TVL went parabolic, pushing 53% of total throughput, and gas targets just bumped by 25, aiming for 250 by the end of the year. Now, this is a major development and upgrade to the Base ecosystem, but the main liquidity layer of this, I think, is going to be the real winner in this. And this is Aerodrome. And I've kept saying it for 100 times over. With the amount of juice that we see coming into the altcoin sector and the amount of upgrades happening on Base, the amount of inflows that are coming into Base, it is essentially, it's Base season. It's so, like, I think Solana is still going to have the AI side of it and memes, of course.
Yeah.
Base is going to have the DeFi moves. So when I look at Aerodrome, let's look at this. And a lot of people ask what other things might be considered American-made products. Base is made by Coinbase. Where's Coinbase based out of? It's the United States.
Yeah, United States.
It's the United States. So Aerodrome and Base products could end up being, and that's where they need to figure out how they pin down software code and where it's developed out of.
Yeah.
Is it a U.S. coin, right? I would actually shoot from the hip and say the Base ecosystem, if they're built on Base through Coinbase and those developers are based in the United States, got a lot of Base words.
All right, it's all
in the
America.
basement. From basement.
Oh my gosh.
Dude. The conspiracy gets thick like a Snickers.
Let's do another USA championship.
Yeah, so Aerodrome, I topped off my bags hugely. It's currently at a $500 million market cap, which is just insane with the amount of things being built on it. And now I do compare this. I think the Aerodrome protocol, this market cap is going to accomplish what Uniswap did last cycle. For anyone wants to know where I think Aerodrome is going, I think Aerodrome is going to accomplish what Uniswap did last cycle. Uniswap's going to outperform what it did last cycle. And I think we're going to be hitting around a 2022, maybe even more, $1 billion market cap. But I do think Aerodrome, the amount of building that's going on, the amount of liquidity coming into it, has the absolute potential to hit that level, which would make my bags very, very happy. So now we go on to this. Charles Hoskinson was going to retire from wolf mode and enter a new, bigger, better, and more terrifying mode in just a bit. Give it a month or so.
All right.
If Charles Hoskinson didn't already terrify the crypto space enough with his falconry, with his time that he spends in Mongolia. Like, we bring up Mongolia before the show. I didn't even plan this. He also, one of his favorite bands, The Who, a heavy metal band from Mongolia.
That is true.
I bought a big bag of Cardano at about like 65 cents. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to be left behind by Cardano again this cycle. Again. Like, I made some money off of it. Like, it was like 20 cents and I sold it 60 cents. I've been sitting here watching it, seeing if it was going to come back. And dude, the amount of movement that Charles Hoskin is doing, I just did not want to fade it. I got a big bag. It's going great. Shout out to Warpaint. Shout out to you for becoming an OG status member and supporting the blockchain basement like a savage.
Hell yeah.
Getting lots of love. And I love all the love for the United States here. And if you're in the UK, you know what? You can just not love war and be my homie. Like, if you're in the UK and you want the war, you're out of your damn mind. That thing is getting too close to you guys. Now, this is the average look of a why would they include ADA in the reserve crypto X poster. This is how I imagine them all looking. It's just the way it is. Cardano is the most decentralized proof of stake system on the planet. And the governance model behind it makes me very happy to see things like it being built. I support things like that are being built. I am not in crypto for the money go up only. I am here for the ethos of decentralized systems and for immutability. Cardano has that. Cardano has the voting power within it. And sure, tech is not sexy until it is giga-sexy and it's chosen as one of the pieces of the next infrastructure layouts of the United States. Then things get real sexy. But guess what? By then, it's too late. It's too late by then. So now you can also pay for Ethereum gas fees by watching 7 minutes of ads on MetaMask. That's great. We should try this out, Isaac, just to see. Kind of a weird move, though, right?
How many guns I could buy with that?
Not many. Maybe a high point. Now, this is crazy. So Elon Musk had a speech, and things got really out of hand. They had a really weird backdrop. Let's have a listen to how it went.
But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Oh my God. Man, things escalated quickly. Huh?
Woo!
You know, and I was just kind of warning, like, I remember I was looking at TikTok. Jesus, what was that? The kids have swung very far right. And then at a point, you're not just far right, you're like over the goal line, like up here. And then it comes back down, right?
No.
I mean, that's just the way things go. I think we saw the pendulum shift. I mean, it was very far left in schools and all that stuff. Now the kids are like, hell no, I'm not about this. Things are going far to the other side. We'll see where this. I don't think the ball's ever going to settle down.
I'm still here for it.
Yeah. You know, is what it is. You know what? I'm just happy that we're not paying Social Security for people that are listed as 160 years old anymore.
Yeah.
Thousands of them. So, White House, 76% of Americans also agree with what Trump and Elon are doing with the Department of Government Efficiency. So there is that. The American people like their dollars not being wasted into oblivion on transgender birthday parties in the Uganda or whatever it is, you know.
Giving Zelensky new tracksuits so he could disrespect the White House.
I like my money staying in the United States.
Me too.
Now, with that being said, you can't make an omelet without breaking a couple eggs. It's going to be a little rough. U.S. Senate is also voting this week on repealing the IRS rule threatening crypto and DeFi. More Senate movements. This will get more pressure onto Congress, thus giving more allowance to the Treasury and the Federal Reserve by turn into integrating with crypto. They're already doing it. Would you ever go to India, Isaac?
Possibly, maybe missions trip.
So if you went to India, would you drink this river water?
How much Solana are you gonna give me?
I would not, dude. That would be like murder, bro. You can't.
I know. Did you drink this and you get every disease in the book?
Yeah. I think that India, before they can start acting like they're going to be the next world superpower, should probably clean their rivers and look at the infrastructure. Water. Yeah, look at where they're living. You know, like things need to change. This is just the shock and awe of the location. But shout out to Indian food. Some of the finest.
Some of the greatest food.
Dude, Indian food, the food from Nepal, turmeric in it, the delicious spices. It's really good for your heart.
It is.
And it's honestly some of the most flavorful shit I've ever had in my life. So, Doocy does. I already live in India,
Canadian
which is Canada. Oh my God, bro. Oh, Doocy, savage.
But y'all at least have soap.
Yeah. Well, is kind of like an adopted uncle. He was from Nepal. Huge family, like 20 or 30 people in this one house. They had like a swimming pool in the bottom of it. And the mom was upstairs. And it was a big, beautiful, very clean, very organized house. Everyone was super respectful. They owned like 5 gas stations. And then the dude was like a chemical engineer. He made his mom made these gigantic plates of tandoori chicken. If you haven't had tandoori chicken, you're missing out. I'll tell you that much. That shit is delicious. So, then moving on. Now, I need to say this. Pray for South Carolina. It looks like more wildfires are starting to pick up steam in South Carolina. I need to talk to Troy Lindsay. I think he used to be a firefighter, or might currently be, to get the alpha on what the heck's happening in South Carolina. I just had to give this a note because it's been underreported. I've had it tagged in my news list for a few times, and I've missed covering it. So, and this, shit hits the fan doesn't necessarily mean that you need to see World War III happen and zombies coming down the road. It could easily be that you need to help your neighbor because your neighborhood is on fire, right? So having first aid kits, having this essentials with you at all times doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting ready for war. So please use turmeric and pickled egg recipe. That's some alpha right there. Turmeric is delicious, bro. Very, very good for the heart. So have you ever had turmeric?
I've had turmeric. Yeah.
You have? Okay. I just, got to make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Some more. Yeah. I know. I'm dying.
No, you're not dying. Okay,
I know that.
Don't say that. Jesus.
I'm just joking. Guys.
Don't you go dying on me, man.
We've been over this. Don't worry.
Okay. Now, with everyone out there that is watching the chaos of the market and watching the emotional upswings, most of these crypto people out there don't know shit about fuck. I'm just going to say it like it is. So I talk to people about why quantitative easing needs to come back, and they don't understand. They know they want quantitative easing, but they don't really understand how it's going to happen, right? So the banking industry is underwater from commercial real estate holdings, securities there within. And the Treasury gave them emergency loans. Those loans are due back March 10th, over $1 trillion of it. And in total, there's about $2.6 trillion in these emergency loans that are all due back, right? The thing about it is, and here's the nuance of the deal, is because the Treasury gave these emergency loans to the banks on the grandfathered assumption that their real estate was going to return to the valuations of which they originally bought it for, which absolutely has not happened. It has fallen down a side of a hill. So now these banks are deeper in these losses, and they owe emergency funds back to the Treasury. Well, guess what? That's where another emergency injection of the money into the banks comes into play. But the thing about it is the deal coming to the bank is not going to be passed on to you, the consumer here. So we're positioning crypto, we're positioning altcoins. We're going to have a fantastic altcoin season, but with these profits, some of the biggest money can be made by moving into what I call the flyover states, the states where people are fleeing to for affordability. They are flocking to the states that they can afford to live in. They can't afford to live in Texas, Florida, New York City with the cost of everything rising at the rates that it had, not to mention the insurance costs of it. But guess what they can do? They can go to Ohio and buy a $50,000 house, and that's what's happening. And I know a lot of genius people that are in real estate that are doing exactly that. Even if they don't live in the state, they're buying real estate in these flyover states because that's where the people are flocking to. It's a migratory pattern of not only crypto I talk about, from Solana to AVAX and then back. It is also within the real estate industry and the affordability there within. So with that being said, we are in for a great, great time in this altcoin cycle, but take profits and change your life forever. This is the time where we can literally solidify our generational wealth for many, many years to come, potentially even generations to come, depending on how big our bags are. And now, if you are out there buying crypto, make sure to keep it safe on a crypto cold storage wallet. We have code BASE10. You can use the link down in the description, use code BASE10, and essentially become your own bank. Okay, use that. And I know Steve-O's laughing. I have to emphasize, they all want quantitative easing and they don't understand how it's going to come. That's so aggravating. And why is it some cholo that needs to tell them what the Federal Reserve and Treasury's got to do, right? Or are they just fading that, like they just repost what some macroeconomic person says and thinks they got the alpha? I just gave you the alpha. It's right there in front of your face. I love and appreciate every single one of you out there. I'm going to drink this pre-workout and go record our nightly video
Yes,
and then
sir.
do some working out. It's going to be great. I'll see you on the next one.